Great practice. They love their energy. It's fantastic.
Coach Stoops said the offensive line play has been a little inconsistent. What do they got to do to get back to where they were earlier in the season?
I liked the way at the beginning that we were coming off the ball. You know, our short yardage I thought was a lot better, and thought our combo blocks were pretty good. You know, you look at the 4 sacks, and really only one was due to the offensive line. So that can be misconstrued a little bit. So we can fix all those, which is a great thing. And Coach Schlarman will have them going. And you know, it's a really detail and execution. Like Coach always talks about. It's with receivers and running backs and tight ends, alignment, assignment, technique, and then up front it's your physicality, that edge, picking up twists and movement. And we've got to get better at that. But they'll respond.
How's the health going with the offensive line late in the season? It's grind.
Shoot, fantastic. It's really as good as it's been so far this year. So really happy about that.
Speaking of health, how's Benny's ankle been this week?
I didn't even notice it today. He's rocking and rolling.
Obviously, you've played some really good defenses the last few weeks, but where does the run game need to take another step? Where does it need to get better?
I think consistency on first down. You know, our first down run efficiency. I know I talk about that a lot, but it's so crucial. You know, the 4 yards a pop. We were right at 50% this last week. We want to be at 55%. So we were close. You know, the game dictated that maybe we throw it a little bit more, and so if we can get to that 55% mark, then we'll be where we're better as an offense.
So it's not about teams figuring Benny out or anything like that.
It's mano, and it's guys just getting it done. You know, and it goes with the back, it goes with the O line, it goes with our perimeter blocking, and you know, us not being impatient and then finishing up front.
The up-tempo offense has looked pretty good the last couple of games. Is that something you want to use more, or are you still trying to?
It could be. You know, I think that I talked a little bit about it after the game. Somebody asked me about that, and the good part is we have been a pretty good 2-minute offense. And so if we're not in rhythm, maybe we'll get into that. That's something that we talk about all the time.
Is it tough to, I guess, feel that pressure of the 2-minute offense though if it's just in the middle of the game, or is that something?
No, I think it just depends on how the defense reacts to it too. You know, do they stay in base stuff or do they get into their 2-minute mode? So it depends on the dictation of it. We tried a little tempo last week early, and we were gonna do it early, but it just didn't work out. So.
Have you liked what you've seen from Terry the last couple of weeks?
I do. I think he's getting better. I think he took a step forward. I think his confidence level is back, and he's really working at it. And you know, there's some things in that game. Unfortunately, it's on the quarterback. You know, sometimes, and that's the position that it is. And each week he's getting better and better in terms of eliminating those things. You know, we were 21 that I consider things that can really hurt you, and we went down to 9. And now if we can get that down to 5, and that's not just the quarterback, I'm talking the whole offense in terms of executing. And it's pretty nitpicky, but to me that's what it has to be. You're striving for perfection, knowing that you're not going to get there all the time, but we have to strive for it, especially against good SEC teams on the road. It becomes even a more high priority.
Is that like a list you put up, 21 things, and then you mark them off, or how do they know what those things are?
Because we have a tape. We have a tape, and we go through them, and you know, guys get, you know, not necessarily called out, but it's everybody's responsible for their own outcome. And we say if we can fix these right here, this is going to make us a better offense.
Kennard has he played left and right, and he's over the 4-game limit now, so is he a guy that you think you can lean on kind of moving forward?
I do, and I think he made a step against a really good defense this week. I think he played well. It was great to see. Thought Luke Fortner played well. I think he came in there and got after it. And those younger guys, Mason Wolf, and you know, they're making a step, kind of like we did a couple of years ago where we were playing a lot of guys, and it really helped us later down the road when you asked about if we were healthy. I think we are healthy, and we're able to use these guys here down the stretch.
What do you see from Tennessee that concerns you?
They do a great job. There's a little bit of carryover here, you know, from the coaching tree. So, you know, but you know, they do a heck of a job. They're the same thing. You know, it's a new coaching staff, and they're building on what they're doing, and I think they're stingy down there, especially in the goal line. They get after you, and you know, we'll have our hands full, especially on the road. There's not an SEC team that you don't. You know, this is going to be about us.
Stoops.